everyone, and welcome once again to the Icarus Adventures of Meat Popsicle and Sir Dialot. This time we're going all the way up. So we started here with a nice little trip to the garden. We're growing some carrots here. Pickled carrots are good because they keep forever. We are growing some melons because you can make some fruit salad or fruit pies with it. So melons are kind of versatile, especially when you combine them with the berries that are found everywhere. I don't use fertilizer right now because there's only two of us, so we don't need big quantities anyway. But I still make sure that the fertilizer mixer or whatever, the composter, is filled with berries, just so we have a quantity of fertilizer. Actually, I'll put some fertilizer in the carrots because I don't have that many. Get some water. Oh, the water tanks are empty. Let's check the other one. Yep, water tanks are pretty much empty. It's okay, I still have some water, but that's gonna suck a little later on. But as you can see, we are much better installed than we were. We're starting to level up enough, like level 21 now. Means that when we go on escapades and we are lucky enough to encounter something like a wolf or maybe a bear like this, we can actually take them on. I have a platinum knife right now. I can just stab it in the face. I'm wearing enough armor that I can withstand a couple of hits, especially if I have had some good food before that. So you can see bears are not that terrifying. Now, we decided to go and explore a little higher up, about there. The good thing is there's a bunch of different caves there, which would be great for us to be able to get a lot of resources. But to get there, we have to go all around that series of cliffs there, because those are all impassable. And not just there, you have to go all the way down there and go all around. So it's a bit of a pain. We're going to do the trek, but after a good sleep. So we left early in the morning. It was a terrible day. It's rainy, it's dark. Plus, as you saw on the map, it's a super long trek. I had built a few steps leading up to the first layer, but it's just, yeah, it was just a painful trek. Every time we do this, we try to see if there's like a shortcut we can take, but every time we get foiled because it's barely possible to move forward and to bypass any of the cliff face. It's just a large and intimidating cliff, and no matter how you go about it, it takes forever to go around. Now, right now you can see the exposure, so the starting to get the damage, like literally health, because of the storm. It's pretty bad, and we're still stuck. You see, we tried to go up the cliff, but really there's no way. You have to go around. You have to do the whole trek every time, and that was really painful. I think you see where this is going. Like, this was probably the worst possible way we could have gone up, and it really highlighted just how much we needed a better way to do this. Again, I tried to bypass here. There's no way. You have to go around it every single time. You have to go up the long way around. So finally we're up on the plains. It is a nice little corner, and it's filled with really cool caves. So that means lots of resources, lots of the very important resources that we need. But it's such a long trip. Like, in game time, it was about 3 hours to go there. And when we arrived, yeah, I broke my foot there. This game is a very interesting take on falls. So obviously you can take damage when you fall, and then sometimes you will have a sprain, or you could even break something. So for a while there, your movement is impaired. It can also reduce your carry capacity. we finally got to the bottom of that little cliff, and we found the cave. After that, it was a matter of killing a few of those worms. As you can see, it's kind of a big cave. There's a lot of worms in there. And then we had made some tools. So I had a tool that has a little bit of bonus to get platinum. I think Dialot has a bonus to get gold, so we split that. We're gathering as much copper as we can. Iron, we'll take it last, just because we already have a ton of iron. But all the platinum, all the titanium, all the gold that we can, even if we can find some coal so we can make more steel. As you can see, there was quite a lot to pick up in here, and that's just one of the 3 caves that are in that section. The other thing, of course, is that gathering these minerals is an extremely rich in XP. Always carry with you some antibiotic pills, because spending any time at all in a cave will inevitably give you some pneumonia, which reduces your stamina to almost 0, which is a bitch. So always have some antibiotic pills on you. Fortunately, we're smart, and we there's always this little moment here where we I'll give you a couple of lumps of something so that we can both not be impaired. Now comes the trek back home. Okay, the cliff is at the bottom of this little ledge, and now we're on the plains, and so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'll get some corn. I hadn't seen corn earlier, and I want to be able to plant them, so I don't need many, just a couple. Obviously, it's a great view here, so our home is literally down at our feet right now, or almost. But it is so steep and dangerous, like there's no way you can jump down there. But we can probably find a way to, you can sort of, if you find enough like halfway points, you can try to negotiate a way down. So we're both gonna try that. Ideally, also you try to stay close to each other, so if someone dies, the other one can res, because that's the thing, is if you're halfway down the mountain and you die, see here, I sprained my leg, which not just reduces my movement speed, but it also reduces my carry capacity, so now I'm even more encumbered. But the good thing is I have to be slow now, because I can't walk fast, which makes me a little slightly more careful. Now, this is a very dangerous way down. So we're careful. You make sure you're well fed, because that gives you more hit points. And then, okay, so the sprain is gone. How far down does... Shit, it's so high up. Okay, what's the safest way? There seems to be a... okay, that was scary, but that's fine. Oh, that's not good. And see, now I broke my face, and the good thing is Sir Dialot had fallen in the exact same spot, but he didn't die. He had like a few hit points left, except right now he is immobile, because the broken leg makes him slower, but on top of that, it makes him able to carry less. So right now we just have to wait for his leg to get better, so he can walk like the 6 steps that lead him to my body, so that he can revive me. And that's accelerated, because we spent a good, I think, 5 minutes there just chatting while I was unconscious next to him, and he was just incapable of moving. As you can see, we're really close to the ground, so that's a good thing. But this was just our first trip up to the caves, and we have many, many more trips to do. So now he seems to be free. He's going to be able to res me, and then we can move on with our lives. There we go. So the next order of business for us will be to build stairs all the way up that cliff face. As you can see here, I already started a little bit. The stairs need to like regularly be encased into the rock just to make sure that they're anchored properly. It's not a simple matter. It's sort of tricky, so it's got to be built slowly and carefully. And obviously it takes a shit ton of materials, so I constantly have to, like, I build a little bit and then I go to get some more stuff and I come back. So that's exactly what happened there. I am getting a little higher up, but I ran out of materials, so I'm just going to remove that before it falls. Drop back down very carefully, because it's easy to run off the platform at this point. And then I gotta go and get some more fiber and some more wood so that I can continue building up this set of stairs that will be one day, when it's finished, kind of legendary. So right now I'm just building it out of wood, but as you know, the temperature is gonna play hell with that. Ideally this will all be rock someday, or stone, I guess. With more materials, I keep going up carefully-ish. There's no way to build it straight, so I'm just sort of letting myself be inspired by the rock face, trying to find a way to, like I said, it's got to scale the mountain while always being anchored properly. You don't want to be too far away, but you don't want to be too close either, because then you'd end up going into it, and you still need to have room, I guess. So yeah, it's kind of a beautiful organic construction. It's a little bit serpentine, I guess is the correct term for this. No, wait, that's wrong. Yeah, it's gotta be stairs. It's yeah, so the next thing I'm gonna do once I'm I'm never gonna have enough at this point, but I'm getting closer. Like, I can see I can almost see the objective there, which is great. Okay, no, that's a little too high. That's not gonna work. Let's bend here, and I'm out of resources. Again, you can already see, like, there's fog when I look down, all the way down. Oh, I'm already, like, my heart skips a beat every time I get close, because it is dangerous to go down. I mean, it's still so much better. Oh, thankfully, Sir Dialot had put a bunch of wooden piles there, so I'm gonna be okay with that. He's following me up, excited to see the conclusion of that build. Alright, let's go like this, and up, and up. No, let's just get closer. Okay, up, up, back closer, and up, up. No, that's not good. Yeah, okay. Yes, we need a light. What time is it now? It's yeah, it's 7 p.m. So really, hopefully we get there before it's too dark. But as you can see, we are at the top now. We've managed to do it. So we came back down after this, and I started building the handrails, because obviously we wanted to be able to go up and down that while running at full speed, which means we need handrails, or else how are you going to be able to survive? Also, for skateboarding, no, there's no skateboards in Icarus. That would be silly. But so handrails are going to help, so that we don't have to be as not necessarily careful. You still have to be a little careful, but at least you don't have to be terrified each time you go up and down the stairs. But I need a ton of those. It's not so bad. Okay. Once that's yeah, I'll need some more resources. But see, it's already coming along a little nicer here. I'm gonna go actually get the resources at the top because there's a lot more wood there. Now, once I got that, and the next step is to go in and look at this. It looks so cool. So you can see the full handrails have been put everywhere. Now it's a matter of going in there with some stone parts and replace all of that with stone. You have to repair it first, and you can see it was a good idea to do that because it's already starting to be broken down by the weather. Obviously it's exposed to the elements here. The big problem is you cannot run around with 57 sets of stone stairs in your pocket because that's incredibly heavy. So I have to do a few trips to be able to upgrade all of that. But it's totally worth it. Like you see now already with the handrails everywhere, not only does it look great, but I really love the fact that you have fog at the bottom now. When you're at the top, you can really get a sense of scale, and you can run down with a little more certainty that you're gonna make it, I guess. So a few more trips up and we will be done with the upgrade. So all of this will then be stone. Takes a while, but it's totally worth it. I mean, these kind of constructions are what it's all about, I think. And it's good because the whole game was built, at least the original offering of this game was made, so that you go on a mission, you construct things that you need, you fill the mission, and you escape, and then you start all over again. Which is great, because these survival crafting games needed a sort of objective. But it did take away from the sort of joy of building something that's going to be there forever and that's really going to make your life easier. If you're just there for a few, for a few days for a mission, a specific thing, you're not going to take the time to make a stone stairway that leads all the way there. But if you're going to have a permanent base and you're going to come back to this time and time again, it is 100% worth going through all the trouble of doing that. And especially since they just released a new patch which gives you something called a thumper, which regenerates all the ore blocks or whatever in a certain region. So we'll be able to, let's say, put a thumper upstairs and regenerate the 3 caves and all the resources that are in there. So that's going to be great. It's going to be a great source of resources for us in the future. You still got to be careful in some places there. Now, while I go back home, I'm going to take a little moment to fill our fridge. So I skipped ahead to the home. We made a fridge. It's not really a fridge. It's more of an ice box, but it's filled with ice because Sir Dialot was nice enough to go and raid the Great White North, which was east, and to get some ice for the ice box. So now it means that when we create food, like right now, I'm making some fruit pies. So I first make some pastry dough. The great thing about pastry dough is that it does not perish. So it's not perishable. So I can make a bunch in advance, and now I'm gonna make a few fruit pies. That's with watermelon and berries. And then I also take the opportunity, as you can see in my equipment, I made a couple of pickled carrots, so those also don't perish. And then I made a couple of beer bottles because I have unlocked the glass workshop, glass blowing bench or something. So I'm gonna make some beers. And beers are awesome because they give you a lot of stamina regen, so that's great. Also, they don't go bad, and once you're done with the beer, you can fill the bottle back up. So I'm making a couple of beers, I'm making a couple of pies, and then I'm gonna put all of that in the freezer so that it actually stays nice and fresh for longer, which is great. So a few more carrots here, You just need carrots and like mason jars or whatever those are. And I think it's gonna be enough food to last us for a bit. The other thing I could make eventually someday is some fish curry. But I'll need some fish for that, so maybe I'll go fishing. There's not really fishing, it's more like you jump in the water and you stab fish with a knife and then you pick them up. And there's a lot of poisonous or venomous fish, which sucks. They're venomous, not poisonous. They bite you, you don't bite them. While I was making food, friendly Sir Dialot unlocked and then built what is called the short-range radio, I think. It gives you missions. So we got a mission to go up on the other side of the hill. So you can see we're sort of in a valley, the river valley, which is kind of nice. And we found a really cool place. But on the right side here, we had to build a giant staircase so we can go to the caves there. And on the left side, well, there's also a really big cliff that if we want to go up on, it's sort of troublesome, let's say. But our mission is asking us to go up there, so we're gonna go. Again, I just checked the map quickly. Yeah, there's no way around. We have to really do a long sort of roundabout tour of the whole cliff. Like I look at this and like maybe I can go up there. It's super annoying, and I tried to sort of fight the collision physics there, but it's like, is it worth? That's always the question. Is it worth spending 10 minutes trying to jump and see if I can latch on to that piece of collision that's going to allow me to go up? Or should I have just gone around anyway? Oh, that's a wolf. It's a level 1 wolf. It's really not even worth my time, but I had to stop anyway. Okay, still going up there. Again, see the rock face is challenging. But we finally reach the zone where the mission asks us to be. The mission, I believe, is to find the remnants of some travelers that crashed. What? That's a bear. I'm okay. Just shoot it in the face. Oh, and as you can hear, Sir Dialot is now armed with a rifle, which is quite efficient, especially because there's a lot of bears. I think it's part of the mission. We have a couple of bears to take care of. I'm gonna make some suture kit because they bit us quite deeply. I'm hurt, but we still managed to get 3 bears taken care of in record time, and both of us are still alive, so I'll call that a huge success. I made a kit for my friend, and we can go around and look for the required corpses that are laying around. You can you're supposed to find them by hearing them beep or something. I couldn't find oh, there's one. There we go. They had a tag on them. We have to find both of them, and once they're found, we need to get off of this cliff top, I guess it's what it's called. So we found the second one, and I didn't find it. Obviously, I'm just running around like an idiot while Sir Dialot finds and finishes the mission. Now, once that's done, it's a matter of going back down, and we're going to use the same exact method we used earlier, which is sort of throw yourself at the mercy of gravity and hope for the best. Now, you can see there the cliff face where our base is built, and on the left at the top of the screen, you can and the storm is coming. Yeah, the whole thing is it's a bit of a mess. So I tried to go down like the Minecraft way, which is put yourself in stealth, like crouch and hope for the best, because you can't just jump down when you're crouching. But this is not going great. So I broke my leg. As you can see, I have 200 and some, like 300 seconds of a broken leg. It's gonna make things very difficult. I'm gonna eat something and really I'm not feeling it. You can see some of the trees caught on fire down in the valley. That's because the storm is raging right now, and it is dangerous to be here. But I'll do my best. I think I could probably reach there if I'm nah, that's where I died. Now, there's no way. Like you can see, Sir Dialot is at the bottom there. He saw me, but there's nothing he can do. So I'm gonna have to respawn, and we're gonna have to build a way up. Actually, might as well build stairs going up this cliff too. So we respawn. I got nothing in my pockets, and I still have about 3-4 minutes of broken leg. So it's gonna take me a while to walk back all the way there. Still, you can see those trees on fire. The weather is rather dramatic right now. Lucky enough, my friend is back to give me some food, which I forgot to pack. It's gonna help at least give me a bit more oomph and a little more stamina so I can walk all the way there. While I walk, I might as well start the production of a couple of pieces so I can start building stairs. Also, you know what? I'm gonna make a knife, because I have a perk that makes me a little faster when I'm carrying a knife. So I make a quick, shitty stone knife just so I can run around with it in my hand. As you can see, it sort of makes me a little bit faster. Hey, fishies. So we're gonna go back, try to find a spot as close as possible to where I died, so I can start building the stairs up. And the good thing is it's really close to home. So yeah, if I go and look here, can I see the stairs on the other side? No, not really. I'm still super slow. This is very annoying. But as you can see, it's going to be almost in front of the other stairs. So that's sort of pleasantly symmetrical. And my leg is going to be healed now. Oh, boost of speed right there. Sir Dialot is already chopping wood, so we can have enough to go up. And let us build some stairs. No, not like that. That's not the right thing. Let's build stairs, not ramps. Alright. Let's go up. No. Thank you for the extra wood. Alright, let's do this. I think I can probably go up a bunch just from this direction. Like, no, that's not gonna work. I have to... Because the thing is, if I go inside the mountain, it's gonna really make it difficult to walk on the stairs. And I can go... I'm gonna go up as close as I can to my body, because the whole point is to get my body back. But then I can sort of twist and finish it to go the right direction. But I think that so far we're gonna be good with that. Right, so let me just... oh, we're gonna get close enough right here. I think this might actually do it. Yes, okay. So I got all my stuff back. I can re-equip a few things. There we go. Destroy the old stupid knife. And let's build a bunch more things. I can destroy that little bit of stairs that I just made, because that's not gonna be that's not how I want the stairs to go. So let's start this way then. Okay, this should be a lot faster. It's really not as high as the other side was. And thank you for the wood. It's gonna be perfect. Got a nice fancy suit on. I think that a dozen of those, 5 of the other. There you go. I have stone in my pocket for some reason. I really don't need this. Alright. So see, you can sort of see the pattern there. It's kind of... there might be a better way of doing this. I don't know. But that's my way. So, yeah, like this. There we go. I am not a fan of the moments when you sort of dip into the mountain too much and the stairs has a little bump of stone in it. Not just because of the look it gives, but also because it makes it extremely dangerous when you're walking up, or specifically when you're walking down. It's kind of really dangerous. So, I was out of wood. That's very, very good timing of you. Thank you. And he was hungry, so here's some food for you. A few more stair bits. We're almost there. It shouldn't be too bad. Okay. There we go. I need a few more of those. I might have enough wood to get me to the top now. Obviously, this is going to be a very sort of shitty stair. That's okay. We're almost there now. Nope. Is this the last bit? Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, that is great. And see, from here you can see our house on the right there, and on the left you can see the oh, thank you for the extra wood and the fiber. And I can build the last few bits here. There we go. We are now attached. I'll put a few pillars at the top. Not only does it look cool, but also it allows you, when you're running back, it's easier to spot where this thing is. Also, it makes it possible to be seen from afar, so it really helps with the whole look of the thing. And if I stop here, actually I'll need to, of course, put some extra railings in a few places. Well, railings everywhere, but also a few pieces here and there to just make sure that it's secure, not just on the physical integrity, but really on the when you're walking around, that it doesn't feel like you just have a little sliver of something to walk on. I'm kind of happy this one went really fast, and that's what it looks like. So and we have our reward waiting for us at the top. We just finished a quest. While we were doing that, while I was finishing the stairs, and the reward got dropped in a little pod that's at the top of the mountain. So that was a perfect example of why we made these, because literally I just ran up and the pod is right here. Now I have a choice. I can either have some food, a couple of metal ores, or a little bit of copper and an electronic. Electronics are gonna come in really handy. We're gonna have to create a shit ton of them, so I'm gonna take that. There we go. So I just go in, got a bunch of copper and an electronic. Now you can see the pillars. That's sort of why I made this, so that when you get to the top here, you can look and immediately see everything where you have to go down. And I'm kind of happy with the result. If you stop here, a little view here, you can see the other stairs on the left, and you can see our house on the right side. I think we've done some good work today. So we're going to stop there. Next steps, I don't know where they'll take us, but it'll be exciting. Cheers.